I've got to be honest with you, something happening inside Trackhouse Racing right now just doesn't add up on paper. The more you look at it, the stranger it feels. This weekend, one driver is about to do something he has never done in his entire NASCAR career. Not during his Supercars years, not in his rookie cup season, and not even last summer when he was dominating road courses. 3 races, 3 different machines, 3 different garages, all in one weekend with a championship picture that leaves no room for mistakes. And here's the part nobody is saying out loud. The Cup car he'll be driving on Sunday is not the same rocket ship it was last August. The team is struggling. The oval performances have been rough. Yet somehow someone looked at the schedule and said, yeah, let's run all 3. 2 things can be true at once. This could either be the smartest development decision Trackhouse has made all season, or it could become a gamble that blows up in their faces with the playoffs getting closer than most fans realize. The driver, of course, is Shane Van Gisbergen. You probably knew that the moment I mentioned road courses. Now here's the setup. At Go Bowling at the Glen, Shane is scheduled to compete in all 3 National Series events. He'll race in the Truck Series event for Nice Motorsports, drive the JR Motorsports No. 9 Camaro in the Xfinity Series race, and then climb into his regular Trackhouse Cup car on Sunday. That means 3 series, 3 teams, 3 sets of engineers, 3 setups, 3 driver meetings, and 3 practice sessions packed into the same 7-2-hour stretch. And remember, he's also the defending Cup winner at Watkins Glen. The last time Shane drove a Cup car there, he didn't just win, he dominated. He won by more than 10 seconds and made one of NASCAR's toughest road courses look like a private test session. Some of the best drivers in the world looked like they were racing in an entirely different category. So when JR Motorsports officially confirmed the triple duty weekend, reactions around the garage split in half. One side said, of course he's doing it. It's Watkins Glen. He could win all 3 races. The other side, especially people who understand how physically and mentally draining a NASCAR weekend, can be quietly raised an eyebrow. Because here's what many fans are missing. Shane's 2026 season hasn't looked like the highlight reel people expected. Texas was difficult. The ovals have exposed weaknesses he's still trying to overcome, and Trackhouse Racing as a whole hasn't performed at the level they hoped for in the standings. A triple-duty weekend, even at a track where Shane excels, comes with a cost. The only question is what that cost will be, and that's where this story becomes really interesting. Because this isn't just about Watkins Glen. It's about a development philosophy, a bet that Trackhouse and Shane's camp seem to be quietly making, while most fans haven't fully noticed yet. Think about what triple duty actually means for a driver. On Friday, he's in a Truck Series machine, heavier, looser, with completely different braking characteristics and tire fall-off. On Saturday, he jumps into the Xfinity car, lighter, more downforce, different aero balance, faster corner entry speeds, and a field full of road course specialists like Connor Zilisch. Then on Sunday, he's back in the next-gen Cup car, the heaviest, most physical, and most stubborn vehicle of the 3. That's 3 entirely different driving styles and technical conversations in less than 48 hours for a driver who is still adapting his supercars instincts into NASCAR stock car racing. This isn't just a flex, it's a crash course in development. It's seat time and experience that can't be duplicated anywhere else on the schedule. Shane has openly admitted he's still learning the nuances of these American stock cars, the braking zones, rear rotation, tire wear over long runs, and how the cars behave in traffic. Those lessons don't come from simulators. They come from real laps, against real competition, in different machinery. That's why the gamble starts to make sense. But imagine the situation. It's Saturday afternoon. Shane has just climbed out of the Xfinity car after a brutal road course battle. His neck is sore, his hands hurt, and his brain is overloaded from processing setup changes across multiple teams. Less than 24 hours later, he has to defend his Cup win against drivers like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin, all of whom circled this race after last year and promised themselves they wouldn't let him dominate again. That's not a relaxing Sunday morning. That's a driver entering one of the biggest races of his season, already physically and mentally exhausted. And behind the scenes, every point matters. The NASCAR playoff format has become brutally unforgiving, and Shane sits in a position where a road course victory could almost guarantee a peak at a postseason spot while giving Trackhouse desperately needed momentum. The upside is enormous. A win at Watkins Glen instantly changes the conversation around his season. Suddenly, he's no longer viewed as a struggling sophomore driver. He becomes a legitimate playoff threat, with more road courses still ahead. But the downside is what nobody wants to say out loud. A crash in the truck race on Friday could leave him injured or sore before Sunday even begins. A minor incident in the Xfinity race could force the Cup team into a backup car. That's not paranoia, that's simply NASCAR. Weird things happen constantly. And when veteran drivers like Kyle Busch and Larson talk about triple-duty weekends, they usually say the same thing. The racing itself isn't the hardest part. It's everything surrounding it. The media obligations, team meetings, travel between garages, and the mental strain of constantly switching between crews and cars. Shane himself admitted that Texas felt like a grind. He acknowledged that both the Xfinity and Cup cars have been difficult for him on intermediate tracks, and that the focus right now is on gradual improvement rather than sudden breakthroughs. That honesty says a lot, and immediately after that difficult stretch, he's diving straight into a triple-duty weekend. So you have to ask, is this a driver overflowing with confidence? Or is this a driver who realizes he needs every possible lap to accelerate his development, even if it pushes him to exhaustion? And there's an even bigger question waiting